In this video, I will share with you 6 tips that will make the game easier and help you optimize your account from an early stage. But before we get into that, this video is sponsored by TokyoTreat and Sakuraco. TokyoTreat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box of exclusive seasonal flavored Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan for a limited time. Sakuraco is also a monthly subscription box but with authentic Japanese snacks and Japanese tableware. Through these snack boxes, experience Japan from the comfort of your own home. It is Sakura season in Japan, so this month's TokyoTreat boxes will feature a beautifully designed Sakura-themed box filled with a lot of Sakura-inspired snacks. Some of the featured snacks are the matcha latte-flavored Kit Kat, and the soft and fluffy Sakura Casella cake from TokyoTreat, and sweet Sakura tea, and Sakura Shiruko biscuits from Sakuraco. The boxes also include a booklet to learn more about the snacks you receive and allergen information. The booklet also contains a wealth of information about Japanese culture, so get a box for yourself or gift it to your loved ones using the links below. And don't forget to use the code DAGYOO, that's DAGYOO in all caps, to get $5 off your first purchase. Thank you TokyoTreat and Sakuraco for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to our main topic. Tip number 6. Getting the records restoration operators. These are obtainable operators from past events. A lot of new players sleep on them, or maybe they don't even know they exist. There are 2 types of records restoration operators. The first one is the side story and the intermezzi operators. You can obtain these operators by clearing the first 3 or 4 stages of their events, which are not hard for new players to clear. From these operators, I recommend you to get and build Gladia, Heavy Rain, Lava the Purgatory, and Tequila. The other type of record restoration operators are the archived ones, and I don't blame you if you don't know they exist because they are a bit hidden for some reason. Let me walk you through the process of how to get them. First, you will need to farm 40 red certificates, then head to the red search shop and buy 2 information fragments. Now head to the main screen and click Archives, then Intelligence, Special Operation, and click on Record Restoration. Here you can see the operators you can unlock. To unlock one, click on Unlock the Story and unlock 2 random stories with the fragments you purchased from the red search shop. My recommendations here are Flamebringer, Mint, and Benna. These operators will help you tremendously, especially when you are starting out. Of course, you can replace them with higher rarity operators if you have, and be on the look for the operators that will be added in the future, like Lumen and Cruise Altar. Other great operators you can obtain are from the red certificate shop: Pudding, Ethan, Honeyberry, and Canapalot if you need an extra caster. Tip number 5. Level up your operators properly and make a core squad. Leveling up your operators properly. Don't focus on one operator, have a core squad where the operators have about the same level. One of the most common mistakes that beginners make is only focusing on leveling up the guaranteed 6-star that they get from the beginner banner. This will result in being stuck on stages that can be easily cleared if you have a well-rounded squad, or as many would call, a core squad. Every player has their own different interpretations of what a core squad should consist of. For me, a core squad is a group of operators with about the same levels. Each one of them has a constant role that can tackle most of the general content the game throws at you. Let me give you an example of a core squad that I would make if I had to start the game all over, with only the low rarity operator and the ones you can get for free. 1 flag bearer and 2 lane holder vanguards, 1 AoE guard and 1 ranged guard, 2 defenders, 1 normal and 1 healer, 2 anti-air snipers and 1 AoE sniper, 1 single target and 1 AoE caster, 1 single target and 1 AoE medic, 1 pusher and 1 puller specialist, and a fast redeploy. You can mix these operators to make a full squad of 12 and adjust it depending on what the stage needs. And please don't limit yourself to this example. Explore other operators and build the one you love. Arknights stages can be challenging sometimes, but they have more than one way to clear. Number 4. Leveling your operators' skills to levels 4 or 7. Many new players neglect operators' skills or level them to a random level depending on the resources they have, which is a huge mistake since the characters in Arknights are heavily skill dependent. In other words, the skills are what makes an operator. So why level 4 or 7? These levels are the power spikes for most of the skills in the game. Let's take for example Ayafyatla's second skill. On level 3 it can only store 1 charge, and on level 4 she can store 2, and level 7 decreases the SP cost. You will see this pattern in almost all the operators. Now you might be wondering if it is better to leave the skill at level 4 instead of 5, and wait until you have the materials to level it all the way to level 7. The answer is yes, as we discussed in tip number 5, you want your operator to be similarly leveled. It doesn't make sense to level one operator's skill to 5 while the other is at 3. You would rather have them both at the power spike of level 4, and then level their skills to level 7 when you have the resources available. Number 3. Memorize the recruitment tags and save some LMD by lowering the time to 740. When I started playing, I was choosing the tags randomly and setting them for 9 hours, which resulted in more 3-star bags than what I should have got, and a huge waste of LMD. So here are a few tips for the recruitment system. Set the time to 7 hours and 40 minutes to save LMD in time. This is the minimum time you can select to guarantee a 3-star to 5-star operator. Only set it to 9 hours if you get the tags for 5-star and 6-star operators. The LMD you save this way might seem little if you are a veteran, but it is a lot for new players and it will accumulate over time. By memorizing the tag combinations, you are going to get more 4-star and 5-star operators. Even if you get them at max potential eventually, it is still worth it to do because the dupes give more green and red certificates. If you don't want to memorize these tags, you can use websites like GamePress and AceShip. I will leave the links in the description. If you get the robot tag, set the time to 3 hours and 50 minutes for the best results. Number 2. If you are stuck on a stage, check if the enemies are weak to physical damage or art damage. Have you ever wondered why an enemy isn't taking damage? Well, that might be because you are using the wrong kind of damage. There are 2 types of damage in Arknights, physical and arts. If the enemy has high defense, use arts damage, and subsequently if they have high resistance, use physical damage. You can know if an operator deals arts or physical damage if you check their trait or skill description. As for the enemies, you can check them before entering a stage. For example, if they have a S or a rank on defense, you should use arts damage, and if they have B or lower, use physical damage, and the same goes for arts resistance. It is the same for your operators. If you are struggling to deal with an enemy who deals arts damage, bring operators who have arts resistance or operators who counter it, like Nightingale or arts protector defenders, though this won't matter a lot on general content when you become better at the game. Number 1. Build your base to get experience and LMD instead of farming it, and invest in base combos. The best thing you can do as a beginner is to build your base early on. The base is the best source for LMD and experience because it is expensive to farm them, especially when you are a new player with a low max sanity. So how do you go about doing that? First, you choose your base layout. There are a lot of min-max layouts for the best optimized base. I will leave some of them in the description, but the one I use is the 2-4-3 layout. It is balanced and does the job well. It has 4 factories, 2 for experience and 2 for gold, 2 trading posts to convert the gold into LMD, and 3 power plant. And for operators combos that new players can do, Frostleaf, Vigna, and Castle 3 for the experience factory, Gravel, Spot, and Haze for gold factory, and Gummy, Catapult, and Midnight for trading posts. These were the 6 tips that I wanted to share with new players. Let me know which one you didn't know. Thanks again to TokyoTreat and Sakuraco for sponsoring this video. You can check them out by clicking the links in the description or the pinned comment.